Hello everyone, I am Akash Rajpriya. I am back with the next video where we are going to do a lot of practice. So we have started this series with Python simple questions. Still we are working on that. Okay, so we would have around 100 questions. This is the third day where we are practicing the stuff. The next 5 questions in front of you. So every time after you read the first question, take a break, solve it on a paper, solve it on Python, and then see the video. Do not hurry in watching the video. Even if you complete one question one day, that is super enough. Do not hurry. Let's get started for the first question for today. That is to print the first 10 natural numbers using while loop. Now we have already studied while loop. If you have not seen that, my playlist would be there in the bottom. You can have a look. Right now it is in Hindi. You can have that in English as well. I'm going to make it. So we know that while, after while, we need to write any condition here. So my condition is very simple. I want first 10 natural numbers. Now natural numbers, remember, start from 1, not from 0. 0 is a whole number, not a natural number. So we will start from 1 and go till the first 10 natural numbers are till 1 to 10. So we will just simple write a condition here. While I is less than equals to 10, I want to print I. And after printing I, just increment the I value. It was 1 in the starting. Okay. And I want to increase it till 10. So you can see that first 10 natural numbers are printed perfectly. Okay. Now the second question here. Again, everyone, this is a very interesting question. Pause this question. You need to print a pattern like this. So if a user enters here 5, you should get in the first line 1, second line 1, 2, third line 1, 2, 3, fourth line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's try to print that, okay, by taking it. So we would take a user from n equals to 5. We can take any n. Now I'm writing for I in range of n. Okay, so basically it would start from 1 and it will go till n. Okay, but I need to mention that go start from 1. I don't want it to start from 0. So start from 1, go till n. Okay. Now after this, I'm going to print here I. Okay. But now see, if I print I, it would just print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 normally. I want 5 also. So I would make it n plus 1. Okay. So I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I do not want that. I want that in my second line also, it should be 1, 2. In third line, it should be 1, 2, 3 like that. So instead of just printing I would start printing it from 1 to I. Understand, guys, what I am doing? See, I want to print, I do not want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to print I. I want to print 1 till I. You need to find this pattern. When you code it, you can find this pattern. See, in the first go, it is 1. So I want to print from 1 to I. That is only 1 to 1. In second go, I want to print from 1 2. So my second go will be 2. Then I want to print from 1, 2, 3. So till I. And it would not include the last value. So I would keep it here, I plus 1. Let's see what it is printing. It is printing 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. So we have reached a very good position. Okay, that it is printing 1 like properly, like we want 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, but we do not want direct values. We want range of it. So I would write here the range. So instead of this, I would write here print. Okay, let me keep this as it is so that you can practice afterwards. This was my step number 1. So now see, I'm explaining, not only giving you the answer, I'm explaining you step by step how you can reach the solution. Now I want the middle values as well. So for middle values, I'm going to use here, instead of direct print, I'm going to use here a range. Okay, now in range, when you do that, okay, it would give you range object like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. It would give you range object. I do not want range object. Okay, I want here exact numbers. So I would use list on top of it and see how it goes. It is looking very perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Now see, guys, just two-step process. I started with a simple step where I was printing I. Then I understood that, okay, not I is enough. I want to also print with that from I till from 1 to I. So I did that. But I want range. So I applied range. Then I saw I want actual numbers. So I converted that to list. Simple as that. And you see, it is merely matching here. Now I just need to remove this list. Now you know that to convert a list to a string, there is a simple option for that. Now I'm writing here, this is my step 2. Now in the step 3, I just need to convert this into a string. You know that a list to string conversion, list to string conversion. Everyone commented right now if you know this. I would check all of your comments. Yes, it is a join method. So instead of this list, I would just give here space dot join, and that's it. And now see the magic. Close your eyes and see, it would be started performing very well. But now, okay, very good. Now see, we have got one more error. That string requires, like in join, you require string, not integers. Now, whenever you use join method, you know that it's like a concatenation, you require strings. But this all are integers. Everyone agree that a range would always give you an integer. So now in my step 4, I would convert integer to strings. And that is very easy. Again, you know that you have a map function for that. Okay. So you can use map. Inside map, you can give str as string. Okay. Now it is exactly like this. Let me show you above first. So let's say we have a list like this. Now see, I do list of range of 1 to 10, let's say. See, these all are integers. I can easily convert this into string using map. I need to give string and this complete list as it is. Okay, now see, it would give you map object. You can convert that back to list. And see the magic, all of them are converted to string. That is exactly we wanted. Now this map and all that I have completely explained in my playlist. Go and watch it if you don't know that. Simple map is very, very simple. In map, you just need to give a function. So my string, this is a typecasting function, and then a list. See, string, comma, then a list. Same thing we are going to do here in map. We have given a string, comma, list. And yes, you need to convert this into a back to a list once again. Yes, I know that this is a very, very, very tedious process, but main important here is that we are able to do that. List expected at most 1 got 2 arguments. Yes, so let me see where we need. Yeah, we need to convert. Just a second, we have not given this properly. So map function, in map, we need to give a string and a list. And this we need to convert back to a list. So now it is done. String object has no dot join, and inside the bracket that should be. And yes, it is done. Now see, perfectly it is done. You just need to solve the error step by step like I have solved it, and you would get the answer. Now whatever n you keep here, you would get the pattern in the same way. Just understand it step by step. I'm not explaining you that how you can memorize it. I'm explaining you how you can solve it. This was a 4-step process. Okay, cool. How many of you have already solved it? Just say yes in the comment section if you have done it. Next question. Again, pause the video, try it, and then come to it. Write a program to display only those numbers from a list that satisfy the following condition. Okay, so from this list, we want some special numbers only. What are that? If the number is greater than 150, then skip it and move to the next number. The number is divisible by 5. So what I want all the numbers that are divisible by 5. Okay, then I want to remove or ignore if greater than 150. Okay, and if number is greater than 150, and stop if it is greater than 500. So this is the question. Now try it, everyone. Stop the video and try it. Now see, this is the number given to me, system. First of all, I would run a for loop for I in numbers. Okay, now I want to first find the numbers are divisible by 5. So I would write here if I is mod of 5 equals 0, this is divisible. So I'm checking here if the number is divisible. In that case, if it is divisible, I want it to print it, print I. Okay. Now, along with that, I want to check two more conditions in this, that if it is greater than 150 or not. So before printing I want to check if I is greater than 150. If that is the case, I do not want to print it. In that case, I want it to be continue. Now I would explain you what is this continue. Many of you don't know this. Okay, so I'm going to explain you in detail what is this continue. And if I is greater than 500, okay, in that case, break it. Okay, only greater than. See, if the value is equals to 150, we are printing it. Same way for 500. If it is equals to 500, maybe we will print it or we will ignore it. But not equals to. Understand here, we do not need to use equals to here. Let's try to run whether we are getting the same output or not. So we are getting here 70, 50, 145 divisible by 5 it is. And now see, the problem major the program should stop here and 50 should not be printed, but our 50 is printing here. Let's understand what happened. So if it is divisible by 5, if it is greater than, and I would write here, now there is a one more concept that you would understand, that is the else concept, that is print 50. Okay, just a second, let me try this first. So if it is greater than and it is printing here print I, if we do this, it is printing 50 also. So to remove this 50, the for loop should break at this point. I is greater than this. It should break the loop. Okay, it is continuing. Okay, now. So if it is greater than 150, it is continuing. What happens? Let's understand that. What is this continue? And first, let me solve this problem and then I'm going to explain you. And I is less than 500. In that case, continue, else break it. So my program completely worked here. But before that, let me explain you how this works. So first of all, I hope everyone is very clear with the divisibility check. If the number are divisible by 5, then only go inside it. So for number 12, it will never go inside this. But yes, for 75, it will go. Now see what is the use of continue here. So for example, I do here simple stuff for I in range of 10. And if I is mod 2 equals 0, continue. Now you would perfectly understand the meaning of continue the best way here. Else pass, else print I. Now see, only the odd numbers are printed here. Let's understand why. So what is the use of this continue? Basically, when you write if I mod 2 equals 0, so it would start with 0. Okay. Then it would take 1. Let's forget about 1 because let's make it simple and let's start it from 1 so that there is no doubt at all. Now see, so when we start with 1, 1 mod 2 is equals to 0. No. So it got printed. 1 got printed. Now, the second condition, 2 mod 2 equals to 0. Yes, this is right. Then it would go inside this. Now, continue means that, okay, continue the above thing once again. Like go back to the above stuff. You don't need to print anything below that. So for example, if I print here anything, print hello, or if I print here dance, nothing would be printed. See, what does the continue means? That continue means that the moment this thing works, you don't need to look down. See, my print statement is completely wrong. Still, my program is working very, very fine. Why? Because the moment it finds the continue, it will never go down. So the moment you got here I modulus 2 equals 0, this condition is true, it goes back again up. It would just close everything in the down and it would continue to the up. So here is the exact scenario. See, the use of break and continue should be very clear. But instead of this, if I use break, now see the real interesting phenomena. If I use here instead of continue, if I just use the break, now see this. Only one is printed. Why? Why? Because for one, this condition was false. Then else part it got in and it printed I. Then it took 2 mod 2 equals 0. This condition got true and it encountered a break. Break means that this loop which you are learning in, just get out of that loop. Do not do anything. Break means that just to break the loop. So that break, the loop cannot continue. So you are breaking the loop, and continue means that do not forget, do not worry about anything else, just continue. Remember, when someone says you that forget about anyone else, forget about the headmistress, forget about the police, forget about the judge, and you continue saying. So it is exactly like that. You, everything below you, you forget it and you go back again to the loop. So that is the use of continue and break. Same way we have done here. Continue we have understood. So like I do not want that, okay, if it is greater than 150, I want to just skip it. I don't want to break my loop. After 150, I need to check 180 also. I need to check 145 also. But after 500, I do not want to check anything. So I have said if the value is between this, then continue. If the value is greater than 500, then do not print anything, just break the loop. I hope this is super clear. If it is super clear, give the thumbs up and mention in the comment as well that yes, it is super clear. Next, same way you have opposite program now. In this, you want to print now 4, 3, 2, 1, like we have printed here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now see, the same logic you can apply. I can take the same program. Now I'm not going to repeat all the 4 steps. You can have a look. You can try it on yourself first. I'm just showing you. Instead of starting from 1 now, we want to start from n. So I would write here n. And I want to go till 1. So basically I would write here. I want to go till 1. So I would write here 0. Very simple. Now same way in the range here also, I would not start from 1. I would start from I and I would go till 0. That's it. But it has not printed anything. Let me see what happened. Let's take 5. Why it is not printing? Let's restart the kernel. Just a second. Okay, maybe let me check for I in range of n to 0. And let's see. Just a second. Print I. Nothing is printing. N205. Okay. Now see, guys, why it is not printing? I got the point. I hope you have also commented it. Okay, yes, that's very good. So basically, I'm saying it to start from a range from n to 0. So my n is 5. I'm saying it to go from 5 to 0. But it always go, when you use a range, it always go in upward direction, like 1, 2, 3, like in increasing order. No one taught him to go in decreasing order like this. So to do that, you need to mention that, brother, you need to go in -1 direction, that is in the opposite direction. Same way in this range also, -1, that is in opposite direction. That's it. Your task is done. this extra print you can remove, and you would get exactly what we wanted. Understand, you need to understand how range works. Range has 3 parameters. Okay, the first one stands for the starting point, then the ending point, +1 it should be, and then the step size. So -1 step indicates opposite or decreasing direction. So you need to be very clear with this. So when I did this, you can see that in my list, I would get the values from n is my 5. So 5 to 1. So in this way, we printed this. I just changed the n values here. Like I just reversed whatever I have taught you. Then display a number from -10 to -1 using for loop. Now see how simple this question is. Exactly, we did it right now. We can try that. So I can say that my starting value is -10. I want to go till -1. But now see, you need to understand what is the direction. -10, -9, -8, -7, which is increasing direction already. So you don't need to use here -1. You just need to print the I here. That's it. And you would get exactly sorry. Yes. So you would get exactly what you wanted, but not -1 only. You just need to put here 0. Understand, in minus sign, -1 is greater than -2. So basically, if you are going from -10 to -1, which means that you are increasing yourself. So you don't need to give a -1 sign here. It is in the increasing direction. So this was the day 3 for all of you. I hope you enjoyed it. Really, this was without any video. If you want my video, my face also on, I want me to keep smiling in the video, just comment that in the section. If you really like that, okay, give a thumbs up and mention what you have liked or not. You can send me a question if you have any difficulties. Feel free to put in chat and we would create a new separate video on it. Thank you so much. Bye bye everyone. Take care.